Hello, I'm Jeff Bloodrain, and welcome back to Tailor Tales. Oh no, I think they're looking for me, the boy says nervously. We are both in trouble now. What should we do? What should we do? The boy looks frightened, and I'm sure he doesn't want to go home just yet. Well, he's gonna have to. Run away? That's not the right move. Come on. I grab his hand and pull him up straight. Run! I lead the way, holding the boy's hand as we both run away from the police. My heart is beating like a drum in my chest. Adrenaline is keeping my senses sharp and alert. Right now, I only want to get my new friend away from the police. He can't go back to his parents yet. He has to. We're sprinting as fast as we can, and I guide us into an alley to take a quick shortcut. We're both out of breath, so we take a quick stop after we finally manage to put a large distance between the police and us. I start to walk again, when I notice no one is after us. Do you think they followed us? I ask. The boy shakes his head. I don't believe so. Phew. I was sure they saw us. I'm glad they didn't notice, I say. Oh my gosh, that was some quick thinking from you. I got all nervous and stiff when I saw them approach. I don't even know how you do it. I smile at him. Just leave it to me. We can't stay here forever. So I start to wonder where we should go. And the only thing I can think of is my home. Even if my mother is waiting for me at home with that dress in her hand, yes, that would be the best idea. No, the best idea is to take him to his home. I start to walk towards my house. We can hide there. Where are we going? The boy asks when he notices that I'm walking away. My home, I reply. Mother will protect him. No, Mother will call his parents. He says nothing but quietly follows me like a lost little puppy. Except when I got home, my mother contacted the boy's parents immediately, and he was picked up very swiftly. I knew it. I couldn't even get a word in, and was punished harshly for running away with him. I never saw him anymore after that. I sometimes still wonder what happened to him. How are you doing, Mitchell? Grandma asks with a big smile. Lately, Grandma hasn't been feeling well, so Mother and I went to visit her at the hospital. Grandma was hooked up with a bunch of machines and wires and tubes. It looks scary. I run over to her, climb the bed, and hug her. Jeez, I'm fine if you are, I yell. Mitchell, get off the bed. Grandma needs her rest. Doctor's orders. I let go and climb down from the bed, standing next to my mother. How are things at home? Things are doing fine, although little Mitchell doesn't want to wear the dress that you made her. Oh boy, we're getting in now. I pout in response. Is that so? My grandma says with a laugh. I used to be just like you, she says, and then taps her finger on my nose. You were as little as me? Oh, I was even shorter, much smaller. I liked to play around in the dirt without a care in the world. Those were the days, haha. Did your mother make you wear skirts and dresses too? Mother sighs in the background. All the time, my grandmother flashes a knowing smile to my mother. It wasn't really fit for a girl not to wear a skirt back then, so it was like I had no choice. So Grandma was the same as me. I know where we get it from now. Back then, all the girls were taught simple sewing methods. We needed to be able to have skills suited for running a household. Stitching up torn fabric was one of them. Sounds boring, I yell. If you're going to yell that, you should yell that in all capitals. And it was. I didn't want to learn because why would I use it? And then Mother cuts Grandma off. But then she met Grandpa. But then she met Grandpa, didn't you? Ah, yes, I met your grandpa when I was a little older. He was riding his bicycle, showing off in front of the popular kids. Then he fell quite hard. He had somehow managed to rip a hole in his seams of his in the hole of his seams of his in the hole in the seams of his trousers, and everyone could see his underwear. The popular kids laughed and laughed at him. He was mortified. What happened then? Did you let the kids? No, my dear, I didn't. Instead, I pulled him aside and I asked him to strip. Really? That's going to make it even more worse. Mother? Mother, my mother yells. She's only 7. Grandma laughs, which causes her to take a few coughs as well. Considering he couldn't be embarrassed any further, he took off his pants. I used my little sewing kit to patch the hole up. Yeah, now the kids are probably even laughing at him more because he has no pants on. You had a sewing kit with you? Yes. My mother forced me to carry one with me for emergencies, she said. I guess she was right. What happened between you and Grandpa then? Oh, honey, it was like a movie. We were inseparable since then. Yeah, that's an interesting way to meet the love of your life. Just rip your pants, take them off for them, and then have them sew a hole in it, a patch in it, while you're getting laughed at by the kids. That's not a good way to meet the love of your life. He would buy me roses to show how grateful he was. He didn't care if I wore a skirt or pants. He was just happy that I showed him compassion at a time when everyone else simply humiliated him. I smile at the story. I always like hearing how Grandma met my grandpa, even though I barely knew him before he passed away. So is this our mother? Like, is she the daughter of her, or is that her husband's son? You know, it always saddens me when grandparents die before getting to know the grandkids. You know, a lot of the times grandparents die before the grandkids are born, or die when their kids are still infants. And sometimes it's heartbreaking when kids lose their parents to that. You know, not getting to know either one. I don't remember those roses, Mother mentions thoughtfully. Well, I never told you everything. I guess carrying the sewing kit with me wasn't so bad after all, if it made me meet Grandpa, and so I started taking a slight interest in sewing. Is this Grandma's fashion lessons? What, are we getting a lesson on how to be a fashion designer? Grandma's fashion line. Grandma's fashion something, I don't know. Oh. Was that not? Well, that's not as interesting. So Grandma's giving a lesson on Grandma's Beginner Guide to Fashion 101. That's going to be the name of this episode. And you know what's the easiest thing to make as a beginner? Socks, I say, just guessing. A skirt. Circle skirts are easy to make, and I eventually got good at it. What is a circle skirt? I realized it was pretty fun to make them. Getting to wear them myself was the best part. My grandma gives me a real big smile, and that, Mitchell, is how I started wearing skirts as well as pants. Grandma's Beginner Guide to Fashion 101. I don't really see why, though. I still don't want to hear girly stuff, but I'm happy Grandma is smiling at me, so I smile back at her. Okay, let's go home, Mitchell. Grandma needs to recover. We can visit her again tomorrow. I hugged my grandma goodbye and went off to the hospital. Grandma never got better. Oh boy. I don't know why, but she got sicker, and then one day, she was gone. Yeah, this is going to hit a certain person very hard. She's probably watching this right now. Mother handled the funeral, and I didn't know what to do, and refused to leave my bedroom. I cried, and I wanted to cry and yell. It was unfair. Grandma was the nicest person on earth. Why was she taken from me? I'm sitting in my room, locked up. You're in your room, not in prison. I don't want to go out and meet people downstairs. I'm sick of putting on a fake smile to pretend I'm happy. I'm not happy. Mitchell, please come out of your room, she begs. No. I guess I miss Grandma. Oh, by the way, I had to add the T to my character's name because I forgot it in the last episode. She was always so kind and sweet to me. She always knew how to make me laugh too. I started to rummage through my closet, digging through all my clothes, looking for something. Found it. It's the white box with the dress inside that my grandma made me. I quickly take off the lid, seeing the pink dress lying in the box, untouched. I bury my face into it. It smells like Grandma's place. It's comforting, so I hug the dress to my body. I'll treasure it, Grandma. I'm not going to throw it away, so we're going to keep the dress. I fall asleep on my bed with the dress in my hands. I like the little curtain transition. You finished reading your first chapter. Any chapters you've read will be unlocked and you can reread them whenever you want. That's cool. Find unlocked chapters in the chapter selection by clicking on the cogwheel. Select characters and click the character you wish to read. Then click the story to see the chapter selection. To continue the next chapter, you'll need to pay for it in gold coins. To earn gold, you must design clothes for clients. Ooh, we get to make stuff. Cool. Click on the design button in the top right, then select clients. Top right would be right here. You're also free to design anything for yourself by selecting freestyle. Ooh, I get to make my own clothes. But for now, let's go to the clients. Alright, let's click on the cogwheel. I just want to see. So this is the profile. Character's name. Change the name of your MC or brother. Boutique name. Okay, so this is where we can go. Okay, that's just. So this is where we can go to change our character. And this is Neil, Kane, James, Gray, Dimitri, Aiden, Eok, and Zeke. Gallery. Same. Gift. No, we don't need a password. Alright, so, Alright, so it'll cost 550 gold coins to continue the next chapter. Hang on. So let's check out the designs real quick. Let's check out clients. Randomly generated clients await you when you want to design. Each request earns you gold and tailoring experience. The more experience you have, the more you'll learn. If the client proves to be too difficult, you have the option to delete their request by clicking the trash can icon. Tip: collect 4 clients in a row and you get bonus tailoring experience. So try to always finish a client. Once you've accepted a client, it's time to mimic their request as much to your ability. To pick out a color, you'll have to click the second tab, which is design in this case. A row of colors on the left will show. A row behind the color bar is the pattern button. Each part of the clothing can have a pattern. Clicking on a pattern switches the color bar to select a color for the pattern. Make sure you get the patterns right as well. Oh my gosh. If you ever get stuck trying to complete a client, click on the checklist tab to see what is missing from your design. That's cool. So basically, these are the checklists right here for tops and skirts. The first box will be for the correct part, such as a neckline. The second box will be the color of the neckline. For any parts that have patterns, the third box will show you if you have the correct one. And the final fourth box is for the correct pattern color. How long is this tutorial going to go on? This way you can always see what is correct or incorrect. Try to get all the boxes checked. Tip: colors are grouped in 9 main colors, so any shade of yellow, dark, light, medium, etc. will count for the design. Jeez, I thought that was going to go on forever. Clients. Betsy River. Do you think you can make something like this? Severe So we gotta make her leggings maybe. So I guess we gotta make the picture maybe. Wear this, they say. It'll look good, they said. I don't believe him one bit. I had to read that sarcastic. Danielle, don't question it, really. Catherine Rose. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is lovely. Alright, well, I think we will do the design process in the next episode so we can continue on with Neil's chapter. I'm Jeff Bloodrain, and this is going to conclude this episode of Tailor Tales here. I hope you guys had fun, and I'll see you next time.